Hello students, our next topic in this chapter is concise. Conciseness refers to explaining things in brief yet comprehensive manner. Means whenever we are communicating with anyone, we should explain the things in a very brief manner. Means up to the point. Unnecessary details we should not use. For example, if you use unnecessary details, it will make your communication ineffective. You should use very less words, and very less words if you use, more your communication will be more impressive and effective. Once we should use the we should try to use, not to use the fillers means the words like sort of, like, basically. Some people have habit, no, whenever they are speaking they continuously try to use these fillers, basically, I am, basically, or like. So please try to avoid these fillers in your communication. The message must be precise and to the point. Short and brief messages should be used to maintain the receiver's attention. Every word used should be meaningful and of interest to the receiver. Means whatever words we are using in our communication, it should be of a proper meaning and it should be of a use to the receiver. Next is concrete. Concreteness refers to communication that is believable and credible. In order to create trust between the communication, concrete communication is being specific and clear. Concrete means we should be very much clear rather than being vague and general. The messages should be supported by facts and figures to eliminate any doubt in the receiver's mind. Means whenever we are communicating anything or any message, if we are giving to the receiver, we should always use some facts and figures so that it should be very much informative, so that अगर सामने वाले के माइंड में कोई भी डाउट है, so that doubt could be eliminated. In case of written communication, citations or references of the source of information must be given to increase the credibility. Next is correct. Next C. We are studying what, children? 7 C's. So the next C is what? Correct. Accuracy is an important element of communication. Accuracy, all of you know, correct it should be. It avoids miscommunication and mistrust and creates a positive image in the mind of the receiver. Correct language. Correct language means grammar, vocabulary, and sentence construction should be used to ensure a proper response. While writing, correct spelling and punctuation should be applied. The facts and figures used should be accurate. Next C is what? Coherent. A coherent message is logical and makes sense to the receiver. All sentences in written communication should be connected and be relevant to the main topic. Coherence deals with the fluency of communication. Without coherence, the receiver of the message will lose the track of what you want to convey. To ensure that your communication is coherent, check if the message organized locally has a smooth flow and a proper sequence. Means whenever we are giving any message, it should be in a proper flow and sequence. Check that you have not tried to cover too many points and not deviated from the main topic. Another C is what? Complete. A complete message will have all the information the receiver needs to know. To ensure that a message is complete, it is essential to think of the questions the receiver might have when he receives the message. The message should address these questions. जो message होता है उसमें it should have these questions. Now what are these questions? Just see. We must ensure that all relevant information is conveyed through the message. It should answer all the queries in the mind of the receiver to obtain a better response and understanding from him. Usually in formal communication, the sender is also required to convey what action needs to be taken by the receiver as a result of the conversation. Next C is what? Courteous. The message should convey respect for the receiver. The feelings and views of the receiver, along with his knowledge, experience, and age, must be considered. It shows respect for the receiver. The receiver should be addressed in a friendly and courteous manner by using respectful terms or gestures. One must be sensitive to the culture and background of the receiver, especially when communicating with people from different ethnicities. Even if you disagree with the receiver, it is essential for you to understand and respect his point of view. whenever you disagree, still you should understand and be very much respect. You should give respect. Now, the last topic in this chapter is benefits of effective communication. There are various benefits of effective communication. It reduces misunderstandings and prevents us from overlooking important information. This saves the time as situations can be understood accurately. It can also protect people from embarrassment or awkwardness because of wrong assumptions. Next is effective communication creates a comfortable environment where people of same or different genders, religions, and cultural backgrounds would who behave and think differently can share their thoughts, feelings, and ideas, feel respected and understood so that they can work together to resolve conflicts and make decisions. Effective communication allows the people involved to build trust and remove any negative emotions. This results in a desire to work towards common goal. Effective communication skills increase our self-respect because we can deliver our message confidently and receive the outcome we have hoped for. However, the most significant benefit of using effective communication techniques is that it improves our relationships with others. So students, these are the benefits of effective communication. I hope you have understood all the words. If we master these skills, they enable us to handle difficult situations easily without creating conflict or decreasing the trust. Thus, the primary purpose of any communication is to express one's views in front of other people. At the same time, it is essential to listen to others patiently and to understand their perspective. Such a communication enables its participants to reach conclusion and consequently pushes them on the path of mutual growth and success. So this was all about this chapter. I hope you have understood this, and in my next video I'm going to discuss with this exercise. So till that time, please read the chapter and try to solve these exercise. Goodbye and thank you for watching.